make a sign. We have plenty of stuff up here. Some arts and crafts stuff. You want all kinds of markers, poster boards, whatever you want to make.
I am the trying to fix it.
So we are here today to stand in solidarity with the Sioux Tribe and the water protectors at Standing Rock, North Dakota. Although many of us cannot make it in person to Standing Rock, we can still make an impact and cause a ripple right here in Louisville, Kentucky. Who's ready to show the world Louisville stands as Standing Rock? So what is happening at Standing Rock? Energy Transfer Partners is trying to build a 1,200-mile, $3.8 billion pipeline that will run through 4 states. The 4 states are Illinois, Iowa, South Dakota, and North Dakota. This pipeline is expected to shuttle more than 500,000 barrels of crude oil from North Dakota to Illinois. There have been over 200 environmentally damaging oil spills in the last 6 years by this company. Over 18 billion people depend on the Missouri River for water, not to mention all the plant and animal life that depends on this river. But how does this affect us? The Missouri River flows into the Mississippi River. From the Mississippi River, our very own Ohio River flows into that river, meaning the fight is not just in North Dakota. The fight is everywhere. But our fight is right here in Louisville, Kentucky. Know that this pipeline will not only affect life in North Dakota, but it will affect us, our families, our friends, and all of the future generations to come. That's why we're standing with Standing Rock. On Sunday, December 4th, Standing Rock is expecting over 5,000 veterans in order to stand with the water protectors on the front lines. True American soldiers. For veterans who are there now and during the harsh blizzard that has hit, they say to anyone going to Standing Rock, bring snow chains, snow tires, firewood, and propane. Bring a smile and lots of hugs, lots of love. That's why we're here, to come together in solidarity and unite for a greater cause bigger than all of us. We stand here today to make an impact that creates a massive ripple. This ripple is a movement that will make noise on a global scale. We all have a voice, but when we come together in solidarity, our collective voice will shape the foundation that this country lives upon. This is the biggest movement in human history, and we are a part of it. From this day forward, we will have made a splash in the waters of life. From this day forward, our movement that begins with us, right here in Louisville, Kentucky, will be known as the Louisville Ripple. Remember, we are the videos, live feeds, share, share, share. Word of mouth is the most powerful way to spread a message. So continue to spread that on Facebook, in person, with your family, friends, people you meet on the street, anybody. Any chance I get to talk about this, I do. Let's make this a thing. Let's make this go viral. There's so many different ways to do that. We can start with using hashtags like Louisville Ripple, Defund Dapple, Standing Rock, and Bank Exit. I want to ask you all something. Do you have a bank account with the bank funding the pipeline? If you have one of these banks, raise your hand and keep it raised. Wells Fargo. Yeah, or if you know someone. Wells Fargo. JP Morgan Chase. Bank of America. US Bank. Morgan Stanley. Goldman Sachs. Citizens Bank. Comerica Bank. SunTrust. Citibank. ING Bank. Community Trust. HSBC Bank. Look at how many hands are up. Imagine how much money that is. Now, imagine how powerful that would be if every single person with their hands up took their money out of the banks, funding the pipeline. This is only a small group of people. Now imagine how powerful that would be if every person in Louisville did that. It starts right here with us. And we will include links to credit unions. We recently went to Community Park Bank, or Park Community Bank. There's Fort Knox Federal Credit Union, LNN Credit Union, Eclipse. What's that? Class Act. We'll include a link to all these on the event page of Facebook. So what can you all do to help? The first thing is to go to a credit union. Like I said, we'll list those on Facebook. So there's plenty of options. I'm sure there's one near you in your area. Number 2, take out your money out of your bank. Number 3, go to defundapple.org and follow the steps there. Number 4, share hashtag defundapple to spread awareness. And then number 5, share hashtag Louisville Ripple in order to get people here in Louisville involved. We can't do this alone. We have to start right here in our community.
We also have a sign-up list just to put your email because we want to have more of a connection with you guys, and we need to do this more often. So yeah, so there should be a piece of paper going around. Make sure you sign it, put your name and your email, and we also have right over here the notebook is. Yeah, so we'll pass that around if you want to get connected with us, and yeah, and then also we have letters to Standing Rock if you want to write letters. Thanks. Just wanted to say that.
Thank you. Thank you, Gabriella. And lastly, we'll have a speaker up later to talk more about this, but you can donate to the people at Standing Rock and specifically Red Road Awareness. So we'll speak more on that later. Now, to bring up someone who has one of the deepest desires to protect the planet that I've ever seen. She helped me see the beauty in all life and helped me reconnect my roots to Mother Earth. My other half, Sarah Lambert.
Who's ready to make some history? Alright, so first up we're going to have a couple speakers, and first will be Mr. Joshua McMinn. He is a representative of the Red Road Awareness. It's a Native-owned nonprofit organization, and he's also going to speak on behalf of his friend that has been to Standing Rock that cannot be here today. So, Josh?
Thanks for coming out and braving the cold to be here today. Thanks for the invite to be here. And thanks to Red Road Awareness for allowing me to speak on their behalf today. Closer and back. Okay. So, quick lead in. My name is Josh McMinn. I'm a non-enrolled descendant of the Eastern Band of the Cherokee Nation by way of my grandfather. Native culture has been a part of my life since I was born, and it's very important to me to protect my way of life, to protect the way of life of my grandfather, but also for my son and my future generations. We only have one earth, and this is it. What we do then is what we do then, and it will tell the story of our actions. So let's make every effort we can to leave it a better place than it was when we came, so that our children can do the same and make it a better place and a better home for their children. Red Road Awareness is the only organization in the Kentuckiana region that maintains a constant presence at Standing Rock. Your donations go directly to support the efforts of Lenny Prince and Matthew Black Eagle Man, who I very, very gratefully call my friends. This organization has sent 8 teepees to Standing Rock to the front lines. Among those is a landing pad teepee, where we welcome new arrivals. We offer them bedrolls, food, and water. We offer their coordination to find shelter during the stay at Standing Rock. We also have a teepee that maintains the security gate. When we first arrived, they had no cover. They had a makeshift cover that was not appropriate for the cold nor the wind. Any donations you make to Standing Rock through Red Road Awareness are direct donations to the front line. They're not filtered, they're not shared. They go for logistics. They go for delivering firewood to keep the protectors warm. They go to deliver food so that we don't hamper the food supply of the larger camp. Red Road Awareness is a camp within the camp, and we seek to be self-sufficient, and we are not leaving. We're responsible for 13 teepees. Those 13 teepees we made a promise to maintain throughout this whole endeavor, and we will not waver and we will not leave. You may have heard that an order was made. It was given that everyone should vacate the premises by the 5th of December. I can tell you that I have the authority to say that no one from our camp is leaving. The only preparations we are currently making are to winterize our teepees and secure our protectors throughout the whole endeavor. So, please visit on Facebook, Red Road Awareness. Look us up, follow the links, read the stories of Matthew Black Eagleman and his wife Lenny, who will soon depart Standing Rock to go on a ride to Dakota 38+2. Please add us, donate, go to the GoFundMe, put money straight in. You can make a difference. Everyone here. Lenny has asked me to remind you that the front line is where you stand. Where you encounter people, where you make your effort, where you spread the story, where you spread the message. You are at the front lines of the fight, and you are a catalyst of change for this whole movement. So please, please do what you can. If you can offer donations, please do so. And thank you so much for coming today.
Okay, up next we have Sam Avery. He is with the 350.org Louisville chapter. 350 is a global grassroots climate change movement. He is a solar installer and an author, and he's passionate about peace and environmental issues.
Thank you all for coming out here today. You know, we're experiencing some global climate change, but not so much today. So But at any rate, 350 is a local group. It's part of a national group, part of a world group. And the main thing that we're concerned about is the climate issue. We think that the way to stop addiction to fossil fuel is to stop building new fossil fuel infrastructure. Does that make sense? Okay. New pipelines, like the Keystone XL pipeline that we spent a lot of time fighting. The Dakota Access Pipeline. That's why we stand with Standing Rock. We stand with Standing Rock. We're against mountaintop removal. We're against new coal trains, new oil trains, fracking wells, any kind of new infrastructure that will keep us bound to fossil fuel. Because you see, infrastructure, it's a fancy word, but what it means is the stuff that brings us the fossil fuel. Infrastructure is addiction. A pipeline will last about 50 years. A power plant will last about 50 years. A solar panel will last about 50 years. So whatever infrastructure we build now is what we're going to have to live with through this generation and the next generation. Okay? Now, we all have to stop using fossil fuel eventually. You know, we're going to have to generate electricity through wind power and solar power. We're going to have to heat our homes with geothermal. We're going to have to do that. But it's hard to do that tomorrow morning. Okay? You can't create a new infrastructure on your way to work in the morning, right? But what you have to do now is to stop building new infrastructure. That's what we're about. That's what we're about. Now, what about the number 350? 350. Does anybody know what that means?
Parts per million.
Parts per million of what?
Carbon.
Carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. 350 parts per million. 350 is the safe level. That's what we need to have in the Earth's atmosphere. Does anybody know what the level is right now?
405.
It's about 405, you said? Okay, it's over 400. We're already in the danger zone. Does anybody know what the level was before human beings started burning fossil fuel? Anybody happen to know that number? It's about 280 parts per million. And that dates back to 1880. So in only 150 years, we've raised the level up from 280 through 300, through 350, and now over 400, and we're heading for 500 fast. And that's dangerous. We have added 43% more carbon dioxide into the Earth's atmosphere. That's not a marginal amount. That changes the entire chemistry of the planetary system. It's why we're having higher temperatures and bigger storms, and why we're having changes in rainfall patterns. Plants and animals and insects and birds and people cannot adapt to that kind of change that quickly. It's not going to happen. We're killing off a lot of other forms of life. And eventually, it's going to hurt us really bad. The way it's going to hurt us is through agriculture. Agriculture needs stable patterns of rainfall. Does anybody notice any difference in the weather recently? Anybody see anything different about this fall? Yeah. You remember when the leaves turned in late October? And then the first week of November, you had to get your rake out, rake up the lawn. Well, people are still raking up the lawn, and it's December. So it's already happening. We're already beginning to see the difference, the change.
The Arctic.
The Arctic, yeah. Ice cap is already melting. It's about, when I was born, there was twice as much Arctic ice cap as there is now. When I was born, there were 5 billion tons of human-made carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. Now, there are 35 billion tons. 7 times as much in the lifetime of one person. So it's happening very quickly. There's only one water. That's why water is life. There's only one air that we all breathe. There's only one earth. There's only one people. And that's why the Standing Rock issue is our issue, right here, everywhere on the planet. I'm going to rub that in a little bit, okay? Yeah, how about a little noise here, okay? Water is life. Air is life. Earth is life. People are life. Air is life. Water is life. Earth is life. People are life. There is one air. There's one water. There's one earth. And there's one people. Okay, got the point. Briefly, I just want to say something about our group, 350 Louisville. It's a local chapter. We don't take orders from anybody else. We do everything here that we want to do, but we're part of a larger movement. We don't have membership. There are about a dozen or so people here today from 350. Raise your hands quickly. Okay. All right. But we don't have a membership list. We don't have dues. We don't have regular meetings. We don't have regular programs. But we do stuff. We show up. We go to Washington. About a dozen of us were arrested in a civil disobedience, the largest civil disobedience in history since the civil rights movement. We go to Washington, we go to Chicago, we go to Louisville. We train 63 people to do civil disobedience in Louisville against the Keystone XL project. That's one reason why they turned it down. Because there were 50,000 people around the country trained to do that. And we would have done it. So the last thing I'd like to say then is, do it your own way, form your own groups, form coalitions of the groups that you're in, and be there when the time comes.
She has been to Standing Rock in Easter, going back. Okay, and she says that she has some prints that she'd like to hand out. So if anybody would like to reach out to her, right there. Okay, next I'd like to have an open mic. If anyone would like to come up and say, I stand with Standing Rock because. So we're going to do that now. Anybody want to come up?
Well, I stand with Standing Rock because I feel like it is bigger than just this pipeline. It's about this dirty energy that we don't want anymore, and we need to resist it. We need clean, renewable energy because, yes, right? We need clean, renewable energy because climate change is real. And people need to realize that. And it's up to us. So I stand with Standing Rock because they're bringing attention to this and... Yeah.
Right.
All right, I stand with with Standing Rock because for so long in history, this country has disregarded Native Americans as people. They are people. And so often, this pipeline is being considered good for the economy, but life is bigger than an economy right now. This is going through burials. This is going through culture. And America was built as a melting pot from the hands of these people, and we cannot disregard them as people anymore.
I stand with Standing Rock because there are so many people right now who are basically putting their lives on the line in order to protect something that is holy to them and is holy to all of us. This world and this earth is all a part of us. We are a part of this earth. Everyone is, including the people at Standing Rock, and they know it so much, and they feel it so much that they are risking their lives in order to protect their land and protect their water. And I say, it's ridiculous that people have to do that in order to protect their water. I stand with Standing Rock because these people are people, and they're stronger than anyone, sometimes anyone I've ever met, really. Exactly.
I stand with Standing Rock because I have children. And I want children. And we must protect this earth for the children.
I stand with Standing Rock because of my work as a disability rights activist, and I respect Standing Rock because they are bringing attention to the fact that the government is committing abuses against their own people. If they're willing to murder unarmed activists to try and kill them for protecting their own water, what are they going to do to the rest of us?
That's right.
So I stand with Standing Rock to protect not only them, but to protect my own community as well.
I stand with Standing Rock because I am the great-great-granddaughter of a member of the Blackfeet tribe. I am a great-great-granddaughter of a female slave, and I'm a woman. Therefore, I think that all of these things that make me who I am have brought me to what I've done in my life, which has been to be an activist. I taught civics, advanced government, consumer economics, American history, and English for 23 years. I'm 70 years old. I have studied all of the major events that have happened throughout our history. And this is bigger than this one event. It goes back in history. And if we understand that our country was built on the backs of the Native Americans and the Chinese immigrants who came in, first of all, their culture was destroyed and their land was taken away to build the railroad. Then, the Chinese immigrants were used to build the railroad. Once they were used up, then they passed the Chinese Exclusion Act to get rid of the Chinese. This is not something that is just happening right now. It's been going on for years. I've taught about it for years. I've written on this subject, and it's time for Americans to wake up.
I stand with Standing Rock and the water protectors because water is not a privilege, and I will no longer be silent.
I stand with Standing Rock because it's not just about the environment, it's about Native sovereignty. They are going through land that does not belong to them. Stand with Standing Rock.
I brought a child into the world in August. I stand with Standing Rock because it is up to us to teach our children that the only real difference between good and evil is the willingness to take action when it counts.
I stand with Standing Rock because I'm not
not Standing Rock. And what I mean with that is I'm not down there. I'm not a Native American. And those Native Americans should have the same privileges to voice their opinions and to protest peacefully without fear of being killed. That's what's really wrong with this. There are people down there in horrible conditions and they're being killed for exercising their First Amendment right, a right that was given to them when this is really their country.
Being put in cages!
They put in cages, exactly.
Ridiculous.
And that's inhumane. That is inhumane, and it is bullshit. It should not happen. I also stand with Standing Rock because being an Arab American, I know what it's like not to be the perfect image of what an American really is today. You saw that with the original pipeline passing under a white neighborhood and being rerouted into Native American land. If you don't fit that perfect image, then you're not cared about. You see that with Black Americans, with Arab Americans, and especially Native Americans, keyword Native. They should not have to fight for a natural right. They should not have to fight to be equal.
Hell no!
Especially not fight for their own life whenever they're being tear gassed and rubber bulleted. That is not fair. And it's not what America was built on, which was equality.
Water cannons.
Exactly.
Ridiculous.
If that's the only clean water they're getting, that's the real problem.
Yeah!
It should be there for their needs. And that's why I stand with Standing Rock. Now I'm done.
I stand with Standing Rock because I come from a long line of farmers and pioneer women, and mostly we newly discovered that we are descendants of the Cherokee Nation, and that was something that was hidden throughout our family because it was something to be ashamed of, but it's not. It is something to be proud of. And we stand next to the 13th most polluted river in the United States. And this is where we get our drinking water from. It's from this river that is right behind us, that provides water that we bathe our children in and that comes through our pipes and that we put in our iced tea. This is the stuff that soaks up our grits. This is the stuff we boil our beans and our potatoes in. And if we don't start somewhere and fight somewhere, then we're all kind of screwed. So I'm a native of Kentucky, very proud of it, and now we live in Indiana, but doesn't matter which side of this river that you're on, this is what provides your drinking water. So we have to stand for Standing Rock, and we have to stand up for ourselves.
I stand with Standing Rock because history is told by the victors.
Yeah! Yeah. We will
The
be
winners
the
of battles dictate the information and it tells the history for all the generations to come. And when I look around at a crowd like this and I read the media that is not the public media that tells the wrong narrative, I feel for the first time in my life that we have the strength to defeat a system that disenfranchises people who look like you, people who don't look like you, people who don't believe what you believe and don't practice what you practice. But the great freedom is we have the right to practice differently. We have the right to look differently and not be excluded from access to social welfare programs. So I stand today with Standing Rock because we, for the first time, have a chance to rewrite history on the right side and send a narrative for generations to come.
My name is Suzette Summers. I'm a registered member of the Oneida Tribe of Wisconsin. I stand with Standing Rock because the earth is our mother. All of our mother, all of us. And I love our mother, and I'm tired tired of seeing us raise mountains and drill into the earth and expel her blood. I honor the earth. I love the earth. I love our mother. And that's why I stand with Standing Rock.
Let's see. I stand for Standing Rock because of a faith in a community like this, and communities like this throughout the globe. If I didn't have faith in people such as y'all, I wouldn't be here. Why? There would be no point, you know. So, as tragic and upsetting as this is, I gotta have faith. I think we all do. If we don't, it's weird. Yeah.
Amazing. Look how this movement is unifying us. We're coming together as one, and it's amazing, amazing to watch. Okay, so next, Mr. Gregory Ellis is going to share some poems about Standing Rock.
Hello. Hello. I don't know if I'm going to necessarily share a poem about Standing Rock, but I just want to say a few things. One of them is that probably the reason everybody knows this is going on is because of social media, both here, right now, and also what's going on at Standing Rock. So remember, as you stand here, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, any of those sites, flood the feeds. That's what we need to do in order to make this more aware, or make people more aware of it than they already are. So please don't forget that. Just remember, defund DAPL, no DAPL, you know, there's a million different hashtags. Make sure to remember that. 350.org does a fantastic job, and that is the reason that I think a lot of people are here right now. It's really important to know what 350 means and understand the implications of what going over 350 means for us. I will say too, on top of everything else, it's really important that we get the right media outlets, because we're not getting the information, and everybody's touching on it, we're not getting the information that needs to be known. And I will say that I not only learned about the Dakota Access Pipeline and follow it, as well as 350.org and Bernie Sanders before he ever started to run, all from a site called Democracy Now! That's right, democracynow.org, the War and Peace Report. It is the largest grassroots global news organization on the planet. It's been around for over 25 years. It is the place to find out what is going on. If you don't believe the people on the news, then watch Democracy Now! I'm not kidding. Not BBC, not NPR, not MSNBC, ABC, Fox News, Al Jazeera, democracynow.org. Watch it. So, another thing that we're touching on here is this community organizing, and also what we're doing when someone says something and then other people chant back. That's called a mic. That's called the people's mic. It's really important. I didn't know we were going to have a microphone here today, and it's really important when there's no power to get the voice heard to do a people's mic. So I think maybe what we can do, since everybody's already been doing a little bit of the people's mic, is you guys want to do a people's mic? Yeah! Alright, this one's not too long. It's nice and easy. So it starts like this. Mic check. Mic check. Good. I think it's painfully obvious why we're here. For those protecting the water out there. Up against all odds, with no help from the law. We stand with Standing Rock to show that we care. Water is life. And life is sacred. These are their lands and our lands. And we will not let them take it. The oil will stay in the soil.
The oil will stay in the soil.
Pipeline construction will stop.
Pipeline construction will stop.
Protect the lands we have left.
Protect the lands we have left.
We stand with Standing Rock.
We stand with Standing Rock.
And I guess I will read this poem. Let the dead rest. Keep them all in the ground. They were put there for a reason, and it wasn't for us. To exhume these cold hearts and put fire to souls like poop downhill. Do you know where smoke goes? Straight up, it's like that. Into the atmosphere trapped. There's nothing green about greenhouse gas. There's everything black about this comedy of errors. Enter the age of Aquarius, the water bearer. Let the dead rest. Keep it all in the ground. The echoes of their eulogy is our sentence to death. More like an epic, really, of so much scientific study, yet why be concerned when it's always sunny? Almost like something's controlling the weather. The climate designed to shine, but our lives, they keep getting better. So bliss, we don't realize we died. Let the dead rest. Keep it all in the ground. Grave robbers pillaging the mysteries of history. Looking for some cheap thrill, a way to get your kicks, but rocks off quickly becomes how to get your fix. Cause we're addicted to it after just a taste. Steam engine to run and win the global arms race. With no saving face and no time to waste, our footprints we make can be seen from space. Now let the dead rest. Keep it all in the ground. Extractivism will be the cause of our death. Chain reaction can't be stopped, not when the weakest links break. A power struggle rages, a battle to undertake. To overthrow this system and rise up so as to seize our destiny before we're drowned by the sea. Swept from the shores, buried by history. For those who discover what we were, please let us be. Let the dead rest.
Thank you. Wow. Okay, so thank you so much for sharing that. That was very powerful. Next, we're going to have Miss Nancy Wessling. She's going to come up and sing us a beautiful song.
Thank you so much. I would like to say a couple of things about what we can do individually with water. The simplest is hold it up to your heart and say, I love you, water, I bless you, water, I thank you, water. I was taught many years ago to bless everything that went into my body and everything that came out of it. Everything that comes out of the main tube, exits out of your body, goes back into the water system. And bless that. It's really so simple. It restructures the water, it makes it healthier for you, healthier for everybody. This song was written by a friend of mine. Her name is Cody Alexander, and it's called Hear My Voice. Hear my voice, I speak through your heart. Hear my voice, it's time we move as one.
kind of wrap things up, I just want to say thank you for all of you that came out. We couldn't have done this without you. Together, we are strong. And when we come together, our collective voice will be heard. It's amazing to see so many people in support of Standing Rock. Just to recap what you can do in order to help out. So number one, go to a credit union. Number two, take your money out of your bank. Number three, go to defundapple.org and follow the steps there. Number four, share hashtag defundapple. Number five, share hashtag Louisville Ripple so we get the community involved. And number six, donate to Red Road Awareness. We will include links online on the event page for the following things: the Louisville Ripple, the 350.org, Red Road Awareness, and Defund Apple. It's time for us to move away from fossil fuels and move towards more cleaner, renewable energy so that we can protect our Earth. If you agree, give me a yeah! So just to explain the bank exit a little bit. Banks are businesses. And when we invest our money in these banks take 10 times the amount that you invest and invest that in things that they want to invest in. The banks that are funding this pipeline are taking your money and putting it into something that's destroying our planet. It's time for us to take back our power. Thank you to Joshua McKinn and Red Road Awareness, Sam Avery, Gabrielle Colton, Drew Foley, David Horvath, Kelly Cook, Nancy Wesling, Susie Hawkfire, Mark Steiner. Big thanks to our water protectors at Standing Rock. Thank you to all of you all coming out. Thank you to Sarah, Greg, and Gabriella for helping put this together. And to wrap it up, we are going to kind of disperse a little bit, and we are going to do a earth energy healing as well as a drumming circle. So please stay if you can. If not, that's okay. Thank you so much for everybody coming out. We love all of you.